Hey guys, Zomfox here, and today we have an actual pretty cool thing to talk about. For those of you who don't remember, a while back I was doing a couple videos about the new USFL versus the old USFL and a sort of lawsuit they had due to trademarks and stuff like that. Well, finally it is over. We have actually gotten an end to this whole thing. This is an article from USFLnewsroom.com. This is USFL trademark lawsuit reaches a settlement. This is by Stephen Rackchurch. To put it simply, they start by talking about how shortly before the USFL kicked off, an entity calling themselves Real USFL LLC filed a lawsuit against Fox. The new league claimed they did not, and they claimed that the new league did not own the rights to the USFL and associated properties. They argued that Fox could have created a new football league with new names and new teams. By such, it shows that the old license had value. Then it shows a quote. Fox is trying to reap where it did not sow and profit from confusion among fans of the claiming real USFL by claiming the legacy of something it didn't build, says Nicholas Madich of the McCall Smith Law Firm, which is what represented the real USFL LLC. And pretty much is talking about how the real USFL is acting to protect the legacy of the players, owners, and coaches and staff of the historic league. Quite simply, Fox is claiming to be something that it's not. The heir of the 1980s league that launched numerous Hall of Fame careers and changed the game of football. Then it talks about the lawsuit didn't stop Fox and the new USFL from hitting the field and subsequently finishing their season. With Season 2 in the works, it looks like there is good news on the horizon. The lawsuit between Fox and Real USFL LLC case has been dismissed with prejudice, with each party to bear its own costs. And we are pretty much finally over it. A dismissal with prejudice means that the ruling is a final judgment in the case. The dismissal prohibits the prosecutor from refiling charges. In a dismissal without prejudice, the prosecutor can refile the charges or file new charges based on same circumstances at a future time. This is great news for the USFL as they work towards hitting the field again in 2023. With this lawsuit behind them, some are hoping to see more of the league's history come into play. We've reached out to the league representatives on the situation and they've released the following statements. The parties reached a mutually beneficial agreement and plaintiff dismissed its case. The USFL is looking forward to another great season in the spring. Other than the case filings and the statement, there's not much to be known of the details of the settlement. Nonetheless, the real USFL saga is now in the rear view, and all eyes are for the second season coming up. To put it simply, this is really good. The fact that the suit is over means that, yes, this USFL can keep going, and the fact they did settle means that there is potential to actually have, some of the old guys talk about the league or stuff like that in a more, fitting way, I guess. Which I think would be really cool to see, as I think that the new USFL should try and embrace the old USFL. It's a way to help get some of those older fans in, and those who just, like football and sports history. But for the most important thing is just the fact that it is over, and then Fox has one, which allows us to see more spring football and, see this USFL continue a season. Especially considering the fact that, at the time of recording, we're heading into the last week of preseason, and there's still 28 USFL players on NFL rosters, with multiple guys being pretty much in line to become legitimate role players or starters on teams. So it's really nice to see the USFL be able to keep going with this lawsuit finally being over. This has been Zomfox. If you enjoy this content, let me know if I upload any videos. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, and as always, have a great night.